Hello, I wanted to give you a tour of the Cabrillo College Children's Center preschool so we can talk about learning areas. For them, they've set up a parent sign-in area in the front of the classroom. It's an entry hall coming into the classroom itself. As you come in, there are different learning areas. This is considered a science area, but also kitchen snack prep area. And so they have a hermit crab at the back with a book. One group of children will have snack and lunch here, and they'll set up different types of science activities here. I've talked about blocks in a lot of the feedback that I give in the center design classroom and yard design. This area here is their block area, and you can see how large it is and how many unit blocks there are. Unit blocks are really a critical part of children's learning. These are some accessories that are included in the block area that are helpful when children are building. One of the reasons unit blocks are important is they help to teach them basic math and engineering and other STEM skills that children will need later in their academic life. So there are some videos that are available that I'll link in next week's module that you can see about the importance of block areas. For Cabrillo, this is their writing center. So I'm sorry the chairs are up. This is an impromptu, unplanned video. I'll try and get some footage next week of children actually working in these areas. Their writing center has a variety of materials for children to explore writing. They have two different areas for sensory, including a couch for parents to sit and read in this sensory area, or just to sit and cuddle a child they're saying goodbye to. On the other side of that table is Play-Doh and different materials to use with the Play-Doh. There are manipulatives areas here next to the Play-Doh sensory area. There are puzzles and other materials out. They have some practical life materials out for learning how to button and tie and do some of the things that children are learning to do at this age for self-care. They also have currently locks and keys for children, nuts and bolts, and other types of practical life or fine motor skills that children will use. You'll notice that these are also materials available in Montessori classrooms. This classroom has a few different philosophies that work together in their design of their classroom. This is the reading area, books, a comfortable couch to sit on, cushions, pillows. They also have a dollhouse so children can act out some of the stories in the books that they have. Don't get too dizzy as I spin here. Again, a very impromptu video. This is part of the writing center, so you can see chalkboards, clipboards, pencils, pens, paper, and then here on the table they have some magnet letters with other writing materials, places where children can write their names or practice saying their names. I'm going to turn the camera so you can see this whole shelf here. This shelf is part of a science area. They have a light table as well where they're looking at color, and in that basket, if we get a little bit closer, you'll see some different materials where they can explore color using clear plastic color letters. I'm going to turn the camera again. Again, don't get dizzy. Bathroom, child-sized toilets, obviously important in every classroom. And then this is their art area. In their art area, they have a variety of materials out for children. Here they have some books that they got from the Peace Library. I'll link the Peace Library next week's module as well, that relate to color and painting and art. And there's paint, color swatches, and easels for whiteboard. Over here you'll see crayons and pens and glue and different materials for children to explore creatively, including tape and paper. And then their table. Their easels are often outside for painting, so that's why you don't see those here. Again, spinning. Sensory table, and here they have different types of materials that they'll put out. You'll notice some of the pictures that I took that were in our PowerPoint had molcajetes in there with spices and herbs. This is their real full science area, although they have science in various different areas of the classroom. They've had tarantulas and spiders and magnifying glasses and lots of different things for children to explore, including classroom pets sometimes. And then over here in the science area, they have books about science, of course, plants all over the classroom, and again, another larger magnifying glass. This is their dramatic play area. Notice the cozy cubby area where children can go and spend quiet time with just one other child. And then over here in the dramatic play area is dress up, different types of materials. They've even put some puzzles here with fruits and vegetables to tie into the learning that children are doing in this area. All right, I'm going to take you outside now. The sound you hear on the ground is my dog helping me with the video. Her name is Nutmeg, so that's her tags. Again, this is a very impromptu video. Outside is a lot of different learning areas where they include an outdoor classroom. So you'll see a couch, again, some reading materials, playhouse. Sometimes they'll do music in this area. Over on the right here is their dirt box. This is where they had a rotting pumpkin inside of a terrarium for a while. There are some pictures of different things they've done with the dirt area. Dirt, mud are really wonderful learning opportunities for children in science and in other ways as well. Another snack area for children. Children also have snack in the art area inside. But they'll do art activities at this table. Easels are often in this open area here. And then if I spin around again, you saw the sensory table as I was spinning. And another snack table. These are hollow blocks, which are outdoor blocks. They're huge, which is wonderful. It takes 2 children sometimes to pick up those nice big rectangles that you see there. Children can build all sorts of different things, and you saw some pictures of that in the PowerPoint that I did that had environmental design. And then over here, you've got the music area, which is outside. Again, keeping the noise near the blocks so that it's near other large motor, louder play. And they even have washboards up and pictures of children doing art. And over here is one of their sandboxes. This one is considered the cooking sandbox. There's bowls and materials and things there for cooking. And it's 2 sandboxes covered. It's always important to cover your sandboxes for health and safety. And on the shelf, they have old kitchen materials, muffin tins, bowls, even whisks, things like that, so that children can cook in the sand area. And there were some pictures of that in the slideshow as well. Many of you included swings in your design. This yard is huge, which is why they have enough space to do a swing. One of the things about swings is you need a 6-foot fall zone from every single edge of the swing. So the edge of that tire to the edge of that pole is 6 feet, and the same on the other side. Excuse me. This tire swing doesn't go very far, so it is restricted movement. You have to have 6 feet from the edge of the tire swing, from the highest place that it swings, all the way out. And for them, they have a rubber matting. I made comments on a couple of your designs that you want lighter color rubber matting because it'll get hot otherwise. And this is the climbing structure that they have here. The latest recommendations are to move to more large motor that's flexible rather than climbing structures, because it gives greater diversity for what children can do. And then finally, in their outdoor yard, they have a garden. Many of you had gardens that were the edges of their playgrounds. So this is obviously a really big play yard, a really big classroom, so they have flexibility to do more here than you might be able to do in some of the smaller playgrounds that you have. They have stumps over here. The sheds are for storage of trikes and things like that. So even though it is a large yard, and that does give them greater ability to put those things in there, even in small yards, you can include all of those different elements. This is the toddler yard, and there's a reading area over here, music area. Over here they have climbing equipment, that's mobile climbing equipment. They can do different things. A climber that's built into the playground. Looks like they're playing basketball right now. You'll see a garden on the right. And then over here in the same yard is their sandbox. So this yard is much smaller, and whether it were preschool or toddler, you would be able to have all of those same different activities you had in the large yard that we just looked at. And if we went into the toddler classroom, you'd see the same thing. They have all the different learning areas, but it's a smaller classroom. So you want to make sure to include all those areas, make sure to go back to the materials from the week when we were looking at classroom and yard design. It will be important as we move forward. All right. Thank you so much. If you have questions, please let me know.